Today might not be the hottest day in Britain, but it definitely is the most humid. I have started sweating 2 seconds after shutting my door. I can only imagine what it's like in America as we're going there right now. Welcome back, people, to episode number 4 of season number 1 of this Wayne Rooney Wayne's World kind of road to glory thing here that we have going on for us in the finale save of FIFA 22 before FIFA 23, of course, which I'm very, very excited for. And if you guys are too, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course watch the previous episode so you don't get this episode spoiled that is ahead of you. It's already getting to me. As you can see, we are 4 points off Orlando City, who sit top with a game in hand. Not the best, but of course not the worst. We are in second place, which is amazing for the first time in the MLS, and of course Wayne Rooney's first job. As today we have New York City away from home to start us off with. We've already played those. We're going to be playing Toronto. We're going to be playing Philadelphia Union. I think we'll simulate Chicago Fire, and we will play Red Bull New York, because I hiccuped a little bit there. I didn't even know they still existed until now. Of course, I have a cup game after that, as yeah, they actually are in 7th, knocking into Miami to 8th. Atalanta in 9th. That is a bit of a shock when they have the in-game stadium. Josef Martinez, how they're not top even, is beyond me. Must not have the balance as a player returns from injury. This will be a simulated game. Curtis Davis. Okay, so that's his first one of the players that had the broken toe, so might actually be back quite quickly. As I'm going to change the team around, you can see it is slightly tired. Cornick might be benched for this one. Estrada in, of course we've got Gressel. Who else do we put in? I think we might go with that, you know. Pine's looking tired. I might trust him. He's above 60 fitness. If you're above 60, you can start in my books, but sometimes I prefer not to, as this is the team. Hamid in goal. Najar, Pines, Birnbaum and Guadiri with Vera, Jafal and Williamson. They've got Gressel, or we've got, if we can get to him, Gressel on the right, Estrada up front, and Taxi is on the left. Hard to select those wingers, as let's have a look. They can select the back of the net with their shots. 10th place away from home, beating them already this season. They are fitter than us at the moment, and it's a 0-0 draw against 10 men. Callan's dismissed. It's a point at least. Not the result I wanted, but I guess it's not the end of the world, as I've got to thank you guys as well. I'm still reading comments from episode number 1, telling me the signings that you guys are liking and everything, and suggestions of course, so thank you dearly for that. I've just got to say that right there as important transfer information. Yes, we are already in the next market itself. Of course, in this window I have spoke about upping that wage bill a little bit, getting some players in that we can pay a bit of money for, as we do have Toronto before we're going to make any signings. However, I'm looking at left back especially. Got a couple of good shouts on that, but still not there. Of course, I'm looking for a Gressel replacement, because I know he has left in real life, so if we do get an offer for him in this save, maybe we could see the back of Gressel. Who knows, but it is going to be a very similar team. Cornick, Williamson goes forward, and Nyman steps in for this one against Toronto at home. 4th against 2nd. Let's give it a shot. And their team, Toronto's, is Westberg, Cossie Thompson, Cristico, Mavinga, O'Neill, Osorio, Kay, Kerr, Insigne in that lineup with Akinola and Jimenez. So let's get going here. Williamson into Guadiri. Vera straight on the ball. Williamson through that middle, looking for Harry Cornick straight away. We do want to get back to winning ways, of course, after that draw, as that's a bad tackle, actually. He's just swiped the legs of Gressel, goes into the book, does the defender early on. And what can we do with this? Basically, really a corner, isn't it? As I'm not wanting to control anyone in particular. The only way we can change that is change the taker. Want to bring a player short to just dip it in that zone. And we've swung a leg at it. O'Neill, who did the foul to get it away. Now into Williamson, across into Mateus Vera on a turn. And Westenberg with a good save. Okay. And he's given us a goal kick. Don't have a clue how that was a goal kick, but Pines now on the ball. Into Williamson, now Fundas. Guadiri looking for a little bit of an angle. Cornick went to chip it out to the left, but Just couldn't squeeze it through as Jimenez. I don't think that's Raul Jimenez, of course. Puts a ball onto Akinola right there, and it's a 1-2, and Hamid makes a good save. Right, okay, we needed that as a corner ball now for Toronto. Really need to get the win here. As Insigne to whip it in, and Jimenez puts it onto the edge of the box. Kerr looking for an angle into Insigne. That's gone to the back post. Hamid needs to pull out a save. It's going to cross again, and it slipped into the bottom corner. The number 44, can't tell who that is. Cristico, I think it's the defender as well, who's actually poked the ball home as Toronto, the Canadian team, lead here against DC. Yeah, just a cross into the back post, and we didn't get high enough with the header. We missed both second balls, and Hamid only stuck an ankle out at it, couldn't keep it out. Instant reply needed as Williamson through the middle. Straight onto Harry Cornick, now back onto Vera to run. That's a clip at the ankles of him, not a great tackle from them. We've got to get back in the game, of course. Could we do it instantly? Wayne Rooney ball trying to get fully in swing as Williamson with a shot low. Tested Westberg, don't know how you say that name, but still tested him as Williamson gets the ball short, straight into Najar. Najar has to give this to the edge of the box as Pines across into Gressel, of course, whilst he's still here. We'll try and utilise him before he gets his move away, if that comes to fruition, as Funtas into Vera, stepping back a little bit, and we've lost it. As now Insigne on the wing, of course, the tricky Italian. I reckon he's still got it. It'll be in the Italian squad still, won't he? Even though he's playing here over in Major League Soccer, as Osorio gets the ball on the edge of the box into Insigne. Jimenez around the corner, and Toronto almost doubled it. We've got to be more careful than that, you know. We really need to be more careful, as we've got how long left? About 13 minutes as the corner comes in. Gressel's heading it away. I thought he was staying down then. Got a bit panicked. Birnbaum with the block. Thought that came off his hand as well. Conceded a goal kick this time. As Kay through the middle for them. The defensive midfielder still going with it. And Jimenez with the ball. Pines to try and get this away as we're approaching half-time just here. Just wanting the whistle, to be fair. However, Gressel could get a bit of a run. Cornick's not been in this game at all. Can Harry Cornick spark something? Puts a low ball in towards Gressel at the near post. And it is just hitting the side netting. As at the break, work to do in the second 45. 1-0. As we don't want to repeat from Toronto. Pines gets the ball. Come on. We've had teams come up against us in the past. And of course get draws against us. As we need one here. Of course it's fourth against second. Quite a big game this one. And with a home side, so we want to put on a better display. The displays that we're putting on the first 5 games of the season. Absolutely beautiful run, that one. As Taxi Funtas picks up on it, and Gressel's offside. Unlucky from us right there as Vera. I thought that was handball, but he's got away with it. Straight onto Taxi. Taxi to try and get some support from Guadiri down the line. Ignores him. Straight into Williamson, as he's going to have to run across the field. Just put a ball into the right back, Najar. It's been flooding forward previously. Not in this one. We just haven't been ourselves. As Vera on the edge of the box releases one, and it's in the top corner. It is all square. Beautiful strike from Mateus Vera, that one. The defensive midfielder can hit a rocket. What an absolute thunderbolt. I'm not getting too excited. I know how bad we've actually been this game, but still, that is a strike. Westberg getting no tip over the bar with that one. As Williamson on the ball right here as well. Through the middle onto Mateus Vera. Cornick to try and keep that. Kay with a good tackle though, and we're on the hour mark. Maybe changes do need to be made. Advantage for Cornick. Come on, referees. Took him out again. We'll take that free kick, and we'll just take it quickly. Nyman just needs to keep it away from Jimenez. Does it well. He actually trips up right there as we put it through the gap onto Harry Cornick. Gressel is out wide. Take a touch. Try and whip across in. Got to be handball. We'll take this, but I think we will make a change before it. Williamson is the most tired out of the bunch. I might take him off for Skundrick. And I might go for Roberta for Harry Cornick. He definitely hasn't been in the game. Change the spine of the team as it's going to be Taxi to whip this one in. Or does he shoot? Does he shoot? Does he give it Vera a shot? Because I know he can hit a thunderbolt now. I'm going to just try and dink this into the box. And that's a terrible cross. As Lorenzo Insigne on the ball again into Osorio. Perusa. Now into Insigne. Perusa gets it back. Lifted ball in. And Hamid with the catch. Come on. 15 minutes left in this one. Of course, it's good to get a draw out. That was a very high throw from Hamid. Caused a bit of problems at the back, to be fair. It's straight onto Jimenez, who's going to maybe come forward. Tackle is made, but Kay gets the ball back on the edge, the number 8, into Jimenez. It's round the corner. Insigne! I thought we'd lost it. He's put it wide. A silly challenge from Pines as Nyman to run down this wing a little bit. Has to cut back. Put that across. Gressel is on the run. If we could steal this late on in this game, would be fantastic, of course. We've had a draw in the simulation. We could do without another draw. Don't want Orlando running away with the league, as that's around the corner again. Jimenez tried to flick it on. It does look like they're the better side, should I say, as now Robertha cuts backwards. Gressley's over the top. Needs to just put in the afterburners, but doesn't. And O'Neill to bring this away. Been not a lackluster game, I'd say, but definitely not the draw we need. Still, there's 2 added minutes. Don't want to speak too soon. Philadelphia really did it to us at the end. Did us dirty in that game, as that's out wide. And that is the full-time whistle here in Washington. It is 1 apiece. Second against fourth. Ends in a stalemate. Just going to move on to the next one. There's another player returning from injury as well. Chris Durkin. That's a good sign to see after the game. So we've got Curtis Davis and Chris Durkin, as we are 3 points off Orlando. And they have a game in hand, which isn't the greatest. Looks like many teams around us have games in hand, which I don't really want. Of course, it's a bit weird, the timing as well. We have players returning from injury as we can sign new ones. Still, of course, I'm not looking at anyone in particular, as Donovan Pines has said he doesn't see his future here. He's got a release clause met. He has. Racing have agreed to pay $5.1 million for Donovan Pines. I don't mind that at all. I'll say take time over your decision. He's an important player to the squad, but that's a lot of money. And before we go into the next game, I am going to try and make a sign-in. We've got this guy right here on the list. A lot of you guys in episode number 1 commented and told me that he actually has followed Wayne Rooney. It is a true fact. Ravel Morrison, of course, was at Manchester United with him. Of course, took him to Derby. He's been over in the Americas before. Of course, he was it UNAM or Club Mexico was that? Or Club America? Club America, which is a Mexican team. It's a bit of a weird one, but yeah, he's been in the American teams or the American leagues quite a bit. Jamaican, of course, is his nationality, and Ravel Morrison hopefully can approach the sign, although it will be next year, of course, because it takes time for the paperwork to go through, and he is hopefully going to be free for us. We're not paying his release clause, as can we offer him a rotational? Wants an important squad role. I'll accept that for now. I don't think when it gets to the time he will be actually taking that up, as he wants a release clause on his contract. Okay, we'll give him it, and he wants to take a hefty pay cut, which is fine by me. Usually players come to America to make the money. Okay, Ravel Morrison's half in his wage. That is signing number 1 through the door. Is he actually here straight away? I don't think he is. No, he comes in next season. Okay, so we'll have to be patient with Ravel. Hopefully he doesn't do himself an injustice and just go down loads in ratings. As I'm getting suggested a lot of Luton players by my scouts. Going from Luton to America. What a change. So another player I might sign. We've got Ben Foster right here on the list, of course. A lot of you guys have heard his podcast, the Cycling GK podcast. Of course, he wants a move to America in the future. 38 years old. So he is quite old, but that should mean he is cheap. Of course, he's got a high wage, which we might have to encounter right here, try and negotiate with. But hopefully we can bring the Cycling GK over to Washington. They want $1 million for him to Watford. They released him in real life for free. Trying to cash in on him is Roy Hodgson. Of course, it's Rob Edwards now in real life, I think. As we'll offer $1 million. They still want 1.1, which I will accept. It's worth a 77 rated, and we do have the money. Let's see what we can do for his wage right here, as, of course, he's on the big bucks at the moment. He wants a crucial role. I mean, Hamid is the starting keeper, but if you could get Ben Foster, I wouldn't mind it. He wants a release clause, which is weird. 38-year-old. But the wage, that's going to be the difficult part. Could we make him the most high-paid player at 10k? It's a lot, I would say. I'm going to actually try lower. If he's insulted by it, sorry, Ben, but you're not getting your move to America. 8k? No, insulted. Goodbye. Sorry, Ben Foster, but I'm not paying them high wages for a player, of course, that is actually in a position which we're okay with. Hamid is a decent keeper. Romo is a decent backup for the level we're at the moment. So maybe centre-back is our focus. Now Pines has gone. And you can see right there by the league table, Philadelphia have jumped over us into second place. And there's actually a bit of a gap forming now, which isn't too great as we play them next. Of course, can't chase them now. They have actually played a game over us, though. So it kind of adds up. 6 points between us and Orlando. And 5 points between us and Philadelphia Union. As we're getting the training going still, it's still all the same players, just a couple returning from injury. Morrison isn't here yet. Durkin is on the bench for this next one, as we're going to throw the old man straight in the team. We're going to throw Curtis Davis straight into right centre-back. Still partnered with Captain Birnbaum. Still not getting that armband off him. As I'm waiting on Smith, the left-back, to be fair. He's taking his time. Still scouting new left-backs. Just trying to be sure, as this is the team that we're going to play. Still a strong one. The one that should have won the last game, of course, but didn't get too lucky, as this is now second versus third, and we are the lower team. We are the underdogs, going away to Philadelphia. We didn't beat them last time at our own place. They are above us. Let's try and get back into the top two where we belong. And their team is Andre Blake in goal, Oliver Mbanzu. Gelsner's at the back again with Elliott and Real. Got Martinez, Bedoya, Flatch, Gazdag, Carranza and Ure. I think it is the same starting 11 that played last time. Maybe wrong. I need revenge this time out, of course, now away in Philly. Is it always sunny in Philly, or is it different for us right here? A chance for them straight away, though, and they almost actually took that. We've got to be a bit more careful from the off boys. There's Curtis Davis back in the team. He is a slow coach, of course. Didn't really work out for him. 6 minutes on the clock. We've just been took out as well by Flatch. Do not want to be conceding many chances at the start of this one, as that's a pass around the corner into Nyman, who's going to try and dink one over the top for Harry Cornick. Glasner's took him out a little bit, and Birnbaum with a switch across the field straight into Gressel, who's kept that in, of course. The German on that side, as Elliott just gets the ball passed straight to him. He's a man mountain, taller than Peter Crouch, I'm pretty sure someone said. 6'6", 6'5". Absolute jolly green giant at the back for Philly, as now Flack through the middle. Need to just try and keep in front of him, as that's a ball through. And Carranza scores. We're 1-0 down after I said we had to be careful in this one. It hasn't took long for Philly to get in front. I think it's just the heat getting to me. Absolutely red hot. There's a little bit of a voice break right there, but still. Unlucky goal to concede at the near post. Hamid tried to get it covered. Just didn't get across in time. Trying not to take emotion into the game, however. Just trying to play it as it goes. So I'm a bit disappointed with that one. Williamson plays it across into Guadiri. Now into Taxi. Taxi's going to cut inside into Williamson again. One more. Come on. Get this passing going, which hasn't been working for us really. Fundas is going to whip that towards the back post. That was a deep cross. Real had to get it away, or Real. Don't know how it's pronounced. You know me, terrible with name pronunciation. As Williamson into Taxi. That's a ball through into Mateus Vera. Around the corner into Harry Cornick. Need a better display from him today. Just need to try and force a gap though, as Gressel's got a little bit of a gap right here. He's got two men queuing up in the box. If Vera can head that, and what a save it is from Blake in the goal. He should have 2-2 right now. Big, big save. As of course, we've got a set piece, and Curtis Davis in the box. Sometimes a danger, a lot of the time a danger, as Taxi whips it in towards him. Gelson actually gets it away, however, and we haven't won that. Gazdag away, cleared up field. And Ure on the ball right here. Gazdag gets it through the middle. There's a man in behind right there in Candanza. He's just absolutely sidestepped Curtis Davis for a second. We're really not doing well here. Is this where we fold? Have been enjoying this MLS save a lot, but when times come like this, it's not very enjoyable. It's 2-0 Philadelphia. Wayne Rooney ball not working with the slow coach now at the back. And it is 2-0 to the hosts. And a corner ball just before half-time for Philly right here. To be fair, I haven't shown you, but a mistake from Curtis Davis as Martinez on a turn into Ure. Elliott, the big centre-back with a chance as Davis clears. And at half-time, it's a bigger mountain to climb this time. 2-0 down. Really not impressed with this display. Might be the worst of the season. Maybe this game's just begging for Durkin to come off the bench. We need someone to run the game in the middle of the park a little bit. Maybe a bit of pace from Estrada or Robertha. Harry Cornick, I don't know what's happening to him. Not scoring at the moment as he's got the ball here. Tries to lift one over the top towards Taxi, who Can't get on the end of that. Calvert-Lewin going to Arsenal. That's an interesting signing to see at the top corner. As Mbazio tries to run past us. Guaduri steps in front of him. Hamid. Whoa, that's a dodgy pass. And that's the third goal. A mistake from ourselves makes it 3. And this really isn't good. We had such a good game against Orlando, who are running away with it. But Philly are going to join them. Absolutely shocking at the back. I mean, it's calamitous. Curtis Davis has not had a good game at all. We signed the wrong Derby player at the wrong time, didn't we? Should have gone for Morrison at the start. Not to throw my own players under the bus, but Curtis Davis really hasn't had a good game right here. Nyman to run it forward. He's the one whose position's kind of up for jeopardy when Thingy comes back, of course. When, well, not comes back, but Ravel Morrison joins Rooney back up for their little dream team link. I mean, it's just not working at the moment. Signings definitely need to be made. There's Cornick on the edge of the box. Straight to Elliott. But he's handled it inside the box. And maybe a potential lifeline. A penalty kick here. The big centre-back just letting it strike his arm as Blake is in goal. We've got Harry Cornick taking it. This could be a confidence boost with the way he's playing. But he's missed the penalty. And it was Fundas, actually, not Harry Cornick. Can this day get any worse? Really not great from us. As Real to run with the ball. Just an hour gone right now. Still got chance to make the subs, of course. As Flack through the middle. Ure. That's his second. Both strikers have 2 for them. After we miss the penalty, they make it 4. Calamitous showing. Really not a good display from us, and definitely our worst game of the season so far. Maybe we should have got Ben Foster. And Real with a throw-in on this side. Got to keep going, boys, till the final whistle. Really not impressed with this result. Definitely shows that we need to go shopping this season, not just buying players for next. As Donovan, I want to make sure we actually do get the playoffs. Davis, actually a successful pass through the middle. What is that? As Vera has men in front of him. Tries to go around the corner towards Harry Cornick, who was trapped off. And Martinez to pass it into Aronson. Now on to Ure, Flack, Davis now through the gap in the middle. Gressel, I see Taxi on that side. It's a brilliant ball from Gressel, to be fair, as Taxi takes it down very well. Can pull it across into Harry Cornick. Still can't get his shot off. Falls now to us. And we still miss that one with Gressel, as Roberta's now going to come on. 7 minutes left in this one. Taxi to whip the corner in. Even can't win it at corners. And into the last minute of the game, we've got a corner. Just looking for a consolation, maybe. Najar in towards Curtis Davis, the centre-back. Not a bad shot, you know, seeing as he hasn't played much. But the final whistle goes, and it's a 4-0 defeat. Not great. Not great at all. Really not a great half from us, as you can see. We're closer now to 6th position than we are 2nd. Not great. Guduri, I want more from you, definitely. Funtas. Yeah, I need to do what I need to do for the team. Curtis Davis, I'm going to be honest, I shouldn't have picked you. We're just going to see how we do in this next game. If we do well, I can just blame it on the heat. Maybe that game was extra hot in this room. As, of course, Chris Durkin wants to be picked. I think he's earned his place. Nyman, this isn't just about you. I am going to have to pick and choose very wisely. As I'll think about it, Heinz EK, but I don't think... Actually, with Curtis Davis's performance, I guess he couldn't get any worse. I'll slot him in for the simulation. We'll put Durkin just forward, so we'll go with that. Still looking at left backs. Still can't get any scouted. But let's see what we can do here in a simulation. Away at Chicago Fire. They got a draw against us last time. And they get a win against us this time. Gressel. Torres missed a penalty. Durkin got injured. Herbers and Muller. Not great. That's Chris Durkin. Just come back. And he's just gone for 4 weeks, which is brilliant. Brad Smith, our left back, is back, however, in contention. That's good news, I guess, as I'm getting really warm. And we have this next game against Red Bull up next. Then we have Columbus Crew afterwards as well, which is going to make it difficult as they want the youth progressing. Did they say that was a good, or do I still need to go with it? I think they still want me to progress it a bit more. We've got some decent players in here. Jack Bennett. Could promote him, you know. Of course, Pierre Bell. That's hard to pronounce. We cannot promote just yet. because he is, of course, 15. Cannot jump into the squad yet. Bennett, however, we might stick on the bench. He's only one rating lower than Nyman. Don't think he's the worst choice that we've got. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at signings, but I'm changing this list. I'm scouting players. I just haven't found the one I just want yet. So I'm not going to rush anything. Instead, we're going to go into this next game. Away actually at home against 11th place side. If we're going to win a game today, it has to be this one. Let's go for it. It is getting a little bit dodgy that I'm still recording at the moment because of how warm it is, as they've got Coronel, Tom Edwards, Neelis, Reyes, Tolkien. They've got Amaya and Caceres Jr., Liquinas, Drew Yearwood, Morgan, and Klimala up front. Drew Yearwood, player I'm a fan of, even though I got relegated with him in my team, or went into the relegation zone with Forest at the start of this year. Seems like many moons ago now. Amaya with the ball out wide into Liquinas, chasing the ball down a little bit here as we've won it with Vera. And look at the gap. Oh, defenders come across, but Harry Cornick looking for Gressels. Of course, we're not a pacey team, and I'm kind of going for the pacey look a little bit today. Maybe that's what's wrong. Maybe I've just uncomfortably, or comfortably, should I say, gone back into my old habit of playing FIFA, as Morgan with the ball on the edge a little bit here. Into Caceres Jr. Amaya. Drew Yearwood. Just got a little nick on him at the edge of the box. And it will be a free kick in a dangerous position as we're going to move the wall across. Get a runner ready. Stepped over. Hit from Morgan. Off the post. And Drew Yearwood. Of course. New York strike first. In this game we really should be winning. I won't say it's well worked, but it's come off the post and straight into their path where we're not marking up. Come on, DC. What is happening to us today? Definitely need to make signings next episode. I'm going to get all your guys' suggestions in. Really want you to keep going with those so I know who to sign. As Cornick around the corner. Can we instantly level it? Williamson. Brilliant save from the keeper, those who've tried to cross that in. Blocked by two players. As Birnbaum through that middle gap, straight into Williamson. And it's out wide into Najar. Look at Gressels. That's a bit of a short pass, but still we've kept the ball. You can see there's intent. You can see we know we're in a rut right now. You can see the players are fighting for it, but what a terrible pass, Nyman. It's a good job he handled it by error right there. Very, very poor ballers. Can he get that one right? He can. Round the corner into Najar. He can try it on the angle. Cornell with a save, but he still hasn't caught it. Now he has. That looked destined to fall to us as Nilis down the line into Liquinas. I literally feel like Liquid myself, as that's the name I'm associating him with. Klimala through. Heinz EK with a block right there. Still not away. Caceres Jr. shot straight at his teammate Drew Yearwood, who's got the ball back though. Chance to turn into Kilmala. And he should have made it too. It's so poor from us at the moment. As at the break we do see it still being 1-0. I've just got to hope the tides can turn. Hoped that every time, but it just hasn't worked. There's a pass out here. Guadiri through the middle, straight onto Harry Cornick. That's a good ball into Williamson. And a bit of a voice crack again, but we've instantly got level in this one. The number 26 in his advanced role. Now Durkin is out again. He gets us level. Half-time team talk must have worked. It's just a pass through. Harry Cornick on one more. And drilled bottom bins. Morgan with the ball at his feet. Giving it into Tolkien. Nyman steps across. Ball straight into the path of Gressel. As he's going to try and cut inside. Getting a bit of a shove. As, if he wouldn't have run over the ball, we had someone running through the middle. At least there's more intent in this second half. As Caceres Jr. might have spoke too soon. Nuha gets across to make the interception. Straight down the middle and in the back of the net. Clark, very poor. Just fell for him, didn't it? Just fell for him, to be fair. I'm more bothered about my quiff than I am the game at the moment. Into the final half hour as well, as we do need another goal to even get level after I thought we were doing better. That's a ball to the far post, and Hamid made a brilliant save. Not good enough. Debut here, though, for Jack Bennett. Wayne Rooney throwing him on. 5 games without a win. Why not turn to the youth? It's not working with the main team. Just got to keep going. Got to keep going as Birnbaum now through the middle. Vera across again. Cornick onto Bennett. Bennett's going to go over the top straight away into Gressel. That is a good ball, you know. Here is Gressel. He's going to cut back. Gressel looking for a bit of an angle. He's sent the goalkeeper. We've been gifted another equaliser, but still not in the lead. But that is good stuff from the German. Of course, I'm told he's not actually a player for us in real life, or a player for DC in real life. But he's fooled the goalkeeper. He was sent thinking it got past his man. It didn't. Fell back to us to slot it home. Very nice. There's now Liquinas through the middle, though. This is unbelievable. This is actually unbelievable. Morgan. This is just not us. Conceding 3 at home to New York. Shocking. Shocking. What is actually up with us as Bennett onto Robertha now on the field. Chucked him on when Gressel scored, hoping he would have got the winner. Now we're looking for an equaliser as Bennett with the header. Still not cleared. Almost again. Robertha over. As Heinzike stupidly give a free kick away right here in a dangerous position with literally about 4 minutes to go. Ball in. Clark and Hamid had to save. It's going to be their corner. So taking taxi off. I want to do well in the cup because we're not doing well right here. Of course, playoffs is all that matters. You don't get anything for coming first in the Western, really, do you? It's all about getting through in the playoffs and winning the playoff games. As Guadiri has to pass that through the middle, straight into Bennett, onto Robertha. Robertha to run it. It's got an option at the side of him. Here we go, Bennett. One more. It's a race for Vera, who doesn't get there. 4 added minutes, though. They're usually not grasped in FIFA. 4. That is sensational. As Vera around the corner. Let's do something with it. Perez running through. Tried to pass it. Just couldn't release it though. Win that header please, Vera. He does. Bennett over the top looking for Gressel. It's 3-3. We've managed to steal a draw and it's Gressel again. I can't scream any louder than that though, because honestly I can't breathe in this room. Get in there. It's a 3-3 draw at home with Red Bull. But I'll take it. At least we're avoiding defeat. 6 goals. Big game. And it's a brilliant assist from Bennett. Very nicely done. Very, very nicely done in that last game. As I had to take 2 days off of recording in the heat one day. Because literally I couldn't set my equipment up. I've got the same feeling that it is in danger at the moment. It is very, very warm. So, for the first time I'm ever doing this, I'm going to have to end an episode at the end of a game. But yes, we'll move straight into Columbus Crew next episode. Big episode coming up. But for now, thank you guys for watching this one. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well, so you do not miss anything in the future. As that has been it from me for today. You can see on my face literal water. Take care guys. In a bit. Look after yourselves. And peace.